We are tonight's entertainment.
Everything works out fine and ready to go. Take note. With all due respect.
You let me know when you finish tap dancing for her, man.
We got a special guest that just came into the corner. So we go ahead and bring him in.
Just get on with it, man. Hurry up.
We'll bring him in right now. Y'all know him. I haven't really met him.
Yeah, stop hating. Hey, stop hating.
What's up? What's up, man?
Stop hating. Stop hating.
What's up, what? What's going on?
Hey, yo, let me get a comp check real quick. You hear me loud?
Loud and clear, man. Loud and clear. It look like he's official. So, welcome to the corner, Al. Welcome to the corner. Good to have you on.
Yo.
What's up?
Man, what's up, bro?
Brother, how you been?
I've been good, man. Yo, introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself, brother. I know you are.
No doubt. So, my name is Al Price on
Man, hey,
you the blue.
We go ahead and bring him in. Cheers for my man. What up, Nick Jackson?
Hey, Nate, let me hit you back, Nate.
What the world? I'm gonna be on your
Here we go.
You tell me about lately.
Wait a minute. Hey, you know, Philly all day, baby. Philly all day. Philly.
Listen. Yeah, we got another guest in the building, man. So we'll bring him right here. He should be on there, but he ain't. But we'll bring him right in. So y'all know him as Dale. We call him Landale or Big Dale or Big Brown. What's up, big homie? What's going on?
He ain't no damn guest. He ain't no.
What's going on? Platform while what's going on?
Man, where you at looking fresh and shit?
But you in Marshall. You in Marshall?
Hey, I'm in Marshall.
Hey, look at us.
How the fuck?
Yeah, yo, that was dope. Yo, that was dope. I like that joint. Yo, give a round of applause, everybody. That's what's up.
Oh, look,
Yo,
that's
that
not.
was good, man. Nice beat. Bam.
That's not loud at all. So that actually sounds
Oh,
good.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. You did a good job, yo. That was a good one. That was good.
Hold on. I'm putting this link in on the Facebook and the YouTube.
All right, while you do that, I'll take care of some disclaimers. Yo, welcome everyone to another segment with your boys, the unpopular celebrities, The Corner, where you, our loyal listener, can get on. So my man Pete is going to drop the link in the comments. Pretty easy. All you do is you go in there, you copy it, throw it in your Chrome, hit send or enter. If you got a Mac, hit command or whatever. We'll have you join in. You can talk about whatever you want, man. Don't be scared. We're going to take good care of you, man. There's a lot to talk about, so go ahead and do that.
That's right. Yo,
And
hold
go
on.
Eagles.
Man, I'm still trying to do this. It's hard to do two things at the same time. It's hard.
Oh, I mean, Yeah, I saw something. They said something about multitasking is a bad thing. I was like,
What?
that's bad. Yeah, man. I'm trying to remember the quote. It says something about folks who multitask. They say you become a man. What's that term? You become a jack of all trades, but a master of none. I'm like, man, that's dope.
I can see that.
That's
I can
dope.
see that.
I can see that.
All
Because
right,
trust me,
they all.
I tried to make chicken and rice at the same time. It didn't turn out very well. Not at all.
That's why they made these things called Instapots. Instapot take care of you, man. You do both at the same time. That's why they made both. Are you frozen?
No, I'm not frozen, man.
Your thing is.
I'm looking over there.
Oh, it look all right, man. Look okay.
Look
at Dale Brown.
There, man.
Oh, look at Dale. Dale.
Well,
Chief got back
yo,
on
what up?
Those aren't even
This ain't the
Ric
Ric
Flair
Flair joints. This the hammer joints, man.
The hammer.
The hammer joints.
MC
Hammer joints, man. These are the Gazelle 956s, man. These are classic, bro.
Look, man,
you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't know that from Modesto.
Nah, you talk about them like they tennis shoes or something.
Pretty much.
I didn't know glass.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that. I don't wear glass. I don't wear hats. I barely wear watches, man. I don't wear anything, man. Just come as I am.
You don't wear no glasses, man. You don't wear no hats. No, you too light for that, bro.
My head ain't shaped good. I ain't got a hat head. My head don't look good in a hat. Only backwards, man. People don't wear backwards hats no more. I ain't got no hat
You
head.
said you ain't got a hat head.
You know what a hat head is.
Bro, what the fuck is that, bro?
People ain't got how about oh man, he's starting already.
How about that F-35? Oh yeah.
He's starting already. Dale, I want to know where the duck you at, but you can text me later, man. Where the heck you at? Because you're supposed to be on here. But shout out to the people who coming in the building. Like Philly said, man, it's the corner. So it's your opportunity to get on. The links are in the Facebook comments. Dale, I don't know how to pin it. You gotta teach me how to pin it, bro. I know you were talking about last time. It's a good idea, but I don't know how to pin the comment on there. I tried, but I don't know how. So anyway, as soon as Dale get on his game, man, we'll be able to have a pinned comment, so it's always on top. But I just don't know how to do it. What was I about to say? Oh, let me see what he wrote in here. Oh, he said, "I got you." All right, appreciate you, big dog. First of all, what are you drinking?
Well, most people didn't know, but I just came back from my exodus from AFA at DC, and then we took a quick stop in the motherland in Philadelphia, PA, and I went through the airport. Usually I'll buy stuff in the airport, but man, they had all this Philly stuff, man. I couldn't resist, so I got this Philly cup. Now, true story, I got like at least 30 Philadelphia Eagles cups, but you could never have enough, you know what I'm saying? So usually I drink ginger ale, but I put it in here, so since I'm not getting sponsored by Canada Dry, so
Okay,
but Canada Dry, if you want to sponsor me, this is ginger ale. You know what I'm saying? You can't see it, but it's ginger ale.
You can't even say it. Why would they sponsor? You can't even say it right. It's ginger ale.
No, see, first of all, you fall back, all right? Because that's how you say it. Us folks in the city, we say ginger ale, not ginger ale. You know what I'm saying? Ginger ale. You know what I'm saying?
Ginger ale.
Ginger ale.
All right, I'm gonna let you have it. That's
right.
Yo, you want to hear a fun fact about drinks? It's funny you brought this up. You want to hear a fun fact? A crazy fun fact, but it's a fun fact.
What kind of drink? You don't drink, bro.
I'm talking about a soda, actually.
Oh, go ahead.
Coca-Cola has the original Coca-Cola has only 2 members who know the original recipe of Coca-Cola left on Earth. All right.
Okay.
These 2 people cannot be in the same place at the same time in case one dies. So basically, they can't ride on a plane together, can't be in the same building together, can't live in the same house together, nothing. So basically, they both won't die.
Okay. All right. Interesting. All that for Coke. Who drinks Coca-Cola anymore anyway?
You drink Coca-Cola?
No, not at all. Hold on. Wait a minute. Oh, I didn't even see it. Jess!
Oh, what's up, girl? What's going on?
Coca-Cola.
You drink Coca-Cola, girl? Oh, man.
I do. Like, I mean, I don't know what you mean, but I keep a goodie powder like in the side of my door just in case I get a headache, and I pop it with Coca-Cola.
You drink Coke?
Yo,
Only for migraine relief, like immediately.
Oh, okay.
Don't be over here thinking I'm snorting some white substance. It's just goodie powder. It's knock out the
Yo, shout out to Eric Thomas, man. Eric Thomas is from Georgia. He was the one that schooled me on goodie powder, man. I was like, what the hell is that, man? It's like aspirin or something, right?
A southern remedy.
Yeah, I use BP powder now, the BP joint. But basically the same thing, but it's really good. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Damn, kind of like the promise Kobe made Vanessa. What promise did Kobe make Vanessa? I'm lost. I don't know that one.
So what's going on?
Nothing. I went to the B area last week, so that was really nice.
What? You was there for AFA?
I was there to give me some sisters. Okay.
She said,
I had a business meeting as well with an old colleague, just trying to get myself, positioned for the transition the right way. So that was pretty cool, going into like a civilian company and watching how they work. I learned what it was, an employee-owned company. So that's basically what I'm sorting out to probably be a part of when I retire. But I did get good news. I got a call for SkillBridge for the Air Force Junior ROTC, so I get to be with the kids.
What? Yo, you perfect for that job, man.
I know. I was like, I hope it's good because, I got my kids as support. I do have to make y'all laugh, though. So my kids was like, are you going to be on that show with our uncles? And I was like, yeah. And they were like, is one of them like our great uncle? I was like, yo, I think they talking about DC. I was like, I said, why would I gotta be your great uncle?
Yo, don't look surprised. Don't look surprised. That's about accurate.
Bruh, you know what? I'll take them flowers. I'll take them flowers. You know what I'm saying? I went into the job the other day, man. Somebody, my captain, good old Donald Clark, he was like, man, you looking like grandpa right now. I'll take it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll take it,
You do. You ain't shaved your face yet. You should be on the waiver. Are you on the waiver?
Hat, though.
I don't know if you froze it or you
what
just
the duck am I supposed to be on the waiver for, man? I don't need no waiver. I'm on leave, partner.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I know you're
on.
That's right. I'm on leave, man. Huh?
I said you got use or lose you trying to burn.
Yeah, guilty as charged, man. I know I'm a bad example, man. I got like 20-something days. I spent a week of that in Philly, but then now I still got another week to burn. So, yep, I'm just doing nothing. I mean, I'm still on leave, but at least I'm not at the office. I just check email every once in a while.
It be people like y'all. I wish we had the civilian policy where y'all that don't want to use that leave, just slide it on over to me. Hey, Dale.
Yeah.
That's what Wendy said. I wish you could give me your leave. I sure would use it.
Yo, wasn't there a thing at one time where you could transfer your leave to people, or is that a myth?
That's civilians.
No Air Force, no active duty could do that? Ever?
Not that I'm aware of. Don't stay in Pete and be the hard charger to push that policy forward for us.
Yeah, I thought everybody was talking about that used to be a thing when I came in. Like, if you didn't use your leave, you could just transfer it to somebody.
I don't know about that.
Go ahead and get that going for us there, Cubic Zirconia.
Just don't laugh at that. That's not funny.
Why did y'all look at the football games last night?
We sure did.
Did y'all look at all the football games?
I did. So, go ahead, Pete. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Campbell.
What's up, Miguel? What's going on with you?
For a reason.
Yeah.
You can't do it just because? Oh, wow. But no, I saw, what the only game I saw, I'll be honest, is the Ohio State game for Notre Dame. That was a really good game.
It sure was.
Yeah. And then, man, I saw the first half of the Colorado beatdown yesterday. But that was the only 2 games I saw. That was it.
Did you look at his after the post?
The press conference?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it. I mean, I thought what he said, like, we pretty much just got beat.
But you know what? That's what I love about him, because a lot of people, misplace his level of confidence as arrogance or cockiness. And it's not. Like, I really, like, regardless, they win or lose, like, I really have always liked the way that he carried himself, the way that his mindset is. Like, I love it.
Yeah.
He exudes confidence,
I think it's going to be a big transition in the college football. Well, certain college football programs trying to, because the amount of money that he has raised for not only himself and his brand, but for the state of Colorado is pretty crazy in pretty much 3 weeks, the amount of money that he raised. So I think it's going to be a big shift in maybe a lot more personalities are going to get jobs. Maybe not coaches, but personalities are going to get jobs. So people that are head figures somewhere are going to be able to get jobs, I think. I
think what Offset was at a game. Game. I was like, Lil Wayne also anyway, because it's Colorado. They get to smoke that great.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I say, oh yeah, if this is somewhere else, he might be like, nah, I'll go virtually.
Yeah.
He's not gonna go live.
Am I the only one, or is anybody in the comments as well a little bit happy that Deion lost?
Happy?
Yeah. Like, come on, let's be honest. I'm just being honest. Call a spade, right? All this hype behind Deion Sanders in Colorado. All these bandwagon hoppers posting pictures. Colorado Buffaloes fans since yesterday and all the other stuff. And then Deion goes in there and he loses. I mean, they say sometimes adversity builds you up. Damn, Shaman? Was that Shaman Seals? Nope. Okay, that's one. Yeah. Shaman, my bad. I said Shaman. That sucks. I suck.
I wouldn't even laugh at you.
I was in the store earlier. I was trying to call. I don't even know what they call it, but I said we. If it started out with WE, that's we to me. With Waxahachie is some term here. It's a city that's close to Panama City. I was like, well, I can't pronounce it. I'm not going.
Not even gonna try. I do the same thing. I hear people's names or something. It's like, how do people pronounce it so seamlessly? And I'm sitting here, I can't even get the words together. I can't get the vowels and syllables and where they're supposed to go. Even like people's names, I'm really, really bad. But Campbell said no. I want to go undefeated. I don't know why you'd be happy with the team losing. I'm really stuck on that.
So here's the thing. I saw a quote by a reporter the other day that said that some of the coaches in the NCAA are a little intimidated by Deion because he threatens the status quo based on how he not only coaches, but how he brings attention to the NCAA. So what's up, Samel? What's going on, man? So my thing is,
Faith Donovan's comment.
I'm getting to it.
Uh-oh. All right. So I'll say this real quick, then y'all can pop it up there. So they feel threatened by the way Deion is changing or threatens to change the status quo. Now, if you look at other coaches, I don't know if it's quite the same as Deion, but like you take say Chip Kelly, Jimmy Johnson, but that's on a different level. They're talking about play calling and stuff. But the way Deion, the type of swagger he has when he comes on the field, the confidence he exudes, especially with the players he has, I think some coaches are intimidated by it. But anyway, throw up Faith's joint. Hype should be around the team, not prime. Not happy with the Oregon coaches' comments, but happy I missed that part. Okay, I had to move my screen up. They lost to hopefully shift the narrative. Let the man do his job. Let these young men play. Ooh, spicy. I like spicy. No, I'll let y'all comment on that. Then I'll jump in. Go ahead.
I'm just reading these other ones, man. It seems like you're the only one on that bandwagon, but I don't know if you saw what Oregon coaches said. But they're basically okay. So it's
Colorado was here for the clicks, and they're here actually. But again, I feel like that was petty. Like my thing is, don't be petty. Like practice, but me and my boyfriend was looking at it, and we both said, like, you gotta look at the body, the structure of some of those boys on Colorado. Like, I know one of them smoked because he went to Wetumpka, Alabama, Wetumpka High School, and he went directly to Colorado. So just watching, like, those boys' physique is a lot smaller compared to others. And let's be real, Oregon can run. Oregon can run that ball.
I think they just kind of got exposed with the running. I'm about to say,
dude, what's up, son? What's going on, bro? That's my son right there. Yes, they are, baby.
That's dope.
Yes, and ladies and gentlemen, there's another council out there with my name. Yes, indeed. Yes.
But, uncle.
Daddy got a TV on here.
Now, that's the intro. My kids was like, we haven't seen you on the screen with our uncles. And then they were like, well, one of them is our great uncle. I was like,
I love that. I love that. This is so funny.
That's messed up.
But no,
let's go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm about to say, Oregon just basically. I mean, I think first of all, I think everybody knew they were going to win. That's number one. Number two is, I didn't thought they were going to get blown out 42-0. But like Jeff said, this is the difference between a school coming from an 0-11 and the draft class. I shouldn't call them draft. The talent that they had to choose from at the time and the scholarships they were able to get to an Oregon powerhouse that has been doing this for years. I mean, their quarterback, he's been playing quarterback for probably like 7 years in college. I don't know how long that boy been in college, but he's been in college as long as I have. But they have talent. They had a big recruiting class, and Colorado just kind of getting their feet off the ground. So just for being there, I give them credit.
You see what Rodney Dunn said as well?
Who's that? No, I didn't see. There we go. Chief, take that.
Anybody that hates Deion needs to go jump off the Brooklyn Bridge twice. Okay. It's a known fact that Oregon is a powerhouse in Pac-12 and Colorado is in the rebuilding phase. It's all good either way. Deion has already exceeded the standard from Colorado last season, record 1-11, and now they are 3-1. Damn, Rodney, jump off the Brooklyn Bridge, really, bro? Yeah.
Right.
So let me. I see how they doing, my pops. That's right. Thank you, son. So, let me say this, right? Samel, you be quiet. Let me say this, all right? I'm not saying. Look, man. Look, man, I know how y'all do me like this, man. Look.
Got you a lot of
but no, seriously, so hold on. All y'all in the comments saying all this stuff. How about y'all click the link and get on and discuss it with your boys and your gal? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I digress. So let me just say this. I have nothing against Deion. I think what Deion's doing in Colorado is phenomenal. That dude is a phenomenal coach. He was a phenomenal player. And I love the fact that people want to come play for him. It's no different than Alabama, right? Alabama has a world-class institution. People want to go to Alabama to play. Now, for those out there from Alabama, I ain't got nothing against Alabama, but come on, man. I mean, it's Alabama, man. Like, really? I mean, but they're known for...
To know that we came from Paul Bear Bryant. Do you hear me? We came from Paul Bear Bryant. Putting that freaking hat on that field, so now we got Nick Saban. Nick Saban gonna have him start you better than Paul Bear Bryant. I'm just
that's right. So
I just like the fact, like, even with us, obviously we're struggling with hold on now. But the fact that Milroy, my thing is, like, why are you gonna replace the dude after 2 games? Like, after starting 2 games. But for them to make it all the way down to Ty Simpson, he is a freshman. I told my son Ty, who's a freshman in high school, I said, Ty, I saw you walk out there on the field to throw the ball. He was like, stop playing. But that is how diverse our team is. But I just think we need growth as well right now, because we had a lot of great players, obviously, but the class that we currently have, when you have juniors and freshmen playing and you're expecting them to play at a level that most juniors or seniors are at currently, like I'll say, like yesterday, the Florida State game, I was looking at that one because that one kind of had me worried, because I was like, why did you allow them to have that many points on y'all? And Clemson, I was really shocked, because I'm just like, wow, y'all struggled last week. And now I went back and reviewed some tapes, but Colorado, it does bother me because they have what? Who do they have next week? USC.
Yeah, they got 2. Yep.
Another good team coming in behind their loss. So
yeah, they go. Everybody says that they got 2 of the 3 wins they were supposed to get, and now there's just going to be a pretty much tumbling over for a couple weeks, and then they'll be back on. But I just hope nobody gets hurt. I mean, their quarterback, man, he can't stay upright. I don't know what's going on. Chief, I don't know if you frozen or you looking like that, but it's bothering me.
Oh, I was looking at my future was so bright,
You know
I had to take some stuff alone for a moment.
Antonio in Vegas, he would excel at that because
oh shoot, I'll drop my dang mic. Yeah, 100%. I'll drop my dang mic.
Hey, Brown.
No.
Man, look, I want to take this quick minute to thank every single one of y'all. Pete, Jess, all y'all in the comments, man. Y'all understand, man, how much doing this means to me, man. I tell you, it's like therapy for me, bro. I'm telling you, this opens up another side of me that I get to actually experience and enjoy, man. This ain't just something I do every Sunday. I freaking love doing this, man. So y'all listening and for YouTube being on, man, I appreciate it. So anyway, back to the show. So yeah. So Shiloh, man, he doesn't have no offensive line at all. None. That dude
no, he does. They just got exposed.
No, bro. You read all the reports. That dude, I'm telling you, they were blasting his offensive line. I mean, it's like they were overmatched. Even in the games they won, their offensive line has been overmatched, man. Now they ain't got what's his dude, Travis Fields, Travis Fields, right? Yeah, he's out. So one of their big offensive weapons. So I think Colorado, unfortunately, I don't see them winning next week against USC. If you disagree, jump in the comments or jump on here. But I think to Rodney's point, I mean, they already won. I mean, look, they were 1-11 last year, and they're 3-1. And I am disappointed. The one time I finally leave Arizona, I just look at the schedule. They're going to the University of Arizona. Man, it's gonna be huge in there. Nobody goes to see the Wildcats there because they're trash. I love y'all, Arizona, but they're trash. They're gonna come on out to see Dion, man. It's crazy.
That's what they're some big boys for their line.
And they're gonna get
sitting up there coming through them like a damn, you get a stringer for your spaghetti to take the water off.
Yeah, they could. I mean, I guess the problem with running the ball is they ain't got no line. They can't run the ball without no line.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
y'all bread and beans up there in Colorado.
It was pretty bad. Smoking weed makes you lose weight, so maybe that's what it is. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with them, but I think they'll be all right. Like Dunn said, I think they already won. I think everything from here on out is just gonna go up from here for as long as Dion stays there. Which a lot of people saying that he might only stay 2 years, or as long as the son is there, and then bounce out from there. But
I do like the fact that the talent from the HBCU came. That's one of the things. Like I was telling my daughter, I looked at one of her games, Alabama State. And I forgot who they were playing, but I was like, yo, it's so quiet. It was on like Tech Network Plus or whatever. But I was like, damn, y'all borrow like some fake AI in the background. But it's just, like for those players that are currently at Colorado, like they came from that. So being that they're at, Colorado right now, I think people have to understand the shift in mentality, shift in perspective for the players as well as the coach.
Man, you just said something, segue to something else, and then I'm segue right back. But everybody knows I'm pulling in the shirt duty for FSS with Jess. I still got to talk to you because it's a challenge. But I think I think the one thing is we had WWE SmackDown. It reminded me because you said borrow fans. So we had WWE come into the stadium or into Arizona, the little casino we had, and we got tickets, and we actually got 8 suite tickets, like in the suite. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I put it out there, try to get people to go, and of course we got our 8 people pretty easy. But it just reminds me, it gives me great satisfaction just to give people, even though I didn't pay for it, just to give people the opportunity to go do something like that, and these airmen that get to go out there and get to go basically do something new or something they always wanted to do and get to go experience that. It gives me great joy just to hand out those tickets. And with that segue, I'll say it's kind of weird because I know many shirts that would hold on to those things or just give them to the seniors or give them to the chiefs or give them to the flight chiefs and stuff like that to make sure they go. But I think for me, knowing that, it's like, oh, let me make sure these airmen get to eat as well. Like, it's okay if the senior wants to go to one event or something like that, but you don't get them all. Like, you don't get first dibs for everything. But it made me smile to see these kids really happy. And hopefully I get to hear Monday about how their adventure was down there, sitting in the sweet box for probably some of these kids the first and only time they get to do that. So I think that's a big deal. I really appreciate the people that donated the tickets and then get to let those airmen go. Segueing back, I know you said those comments. Did you see that running back for the Vikings? I think his last name is Madison. He fumbled the ball last week and had a bunch of racist remarks on his IG page. I don't know if y'all saw that. If not, I could pull it up. But basically, there's a bunch of people. I think he said like 30 to 40 people wrote to his IG page and just made racist remarks. Like, pretty much, you black boy, if you would hold the ball as well as you hold a gun, you wouldn't have to worry about dropping it. And I'm just like, it went back to what Deion said. It kind of went back to when they hit, I think it was his quarterback. Oh, when the dude hit a late hit on his quarterback, or no, it was the receiver, the one that got hurt. They hit the late hit on him, and people were making death threats against him. I'm like, bro, this is a game. Like, I know fans is short for fanatics. I know the whole thing, but golly, like, to reach out on somebody's Instagram page and make racist remarks over a fumble. Like, the brother didn't try to fumble. Like, it's not like he did it on purpose. Like, man, stuff happens.
People will take football so serious. And I think even growing up in the South, I saw and I still see it. Like, I have to constantly tell my son when he's playing on, the Friday nights, like, boy, bump them bleacher coaches. Because I said half of them can't even come out there and run to the 10-yard line and they're getting upset that you missed something. But like, it blows my mind when you do have a lot of people like their only motive is to win. But those boys have to show, and my son said young men. So those young men have to make sure that, their sportsmanship is there, like they're taken care of, their teammates, the plays are being met. It's just so much that goes on that field, and you worried about everybody else and their comments. Did you see what Don just said about Deion's intentions?
No, let me see. Let me go back. I hate to bleep facts.
Me too. I'm not a good parent when I go to football games.
Okay, I'm about to say, because I know Philly ain't no good parent at basketball games, so I
My baby boy introduced me to some song called Jigga Juice, and I heard that one line.
What?
I will pop
Jigga Juice.
Come pop that ass. Like, do not touch or talk about my son doing sports. Because I know, as a parent, how much your kids give to the sport and practice. Like, I wish, I'd be up there. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
I had to ask though, man. Hold on, I'll read Rodney's comment real quick. So, last Deion comment. That's Deion intentions of him moving because when it was at JSU and seeing other HBCUs, they wasn't getting the same exposure as other D1 colleges. And so hopefully the players that transfer get the opportunity to get drafted to the NFL in the future. That brings up another thought, but I'll hold that for a second. What I was going to ask is like, I feel you, Jess, but like, to all the people out there that got kids in little league sports or youth league sports, don't y'all hate it? Y'all got that one kid that just cannot play and your team lose because of it? Like, is it wrong for me to say, yo, get his ass off the field, man? That dude is garbage, man. Like, he holding my son up, man. Like, my son, P, you remember, my son was out there getting buckets, man, and he put him on the bench so this other kid could play, and he was getting stripped every time, man. Like, get that kid off the field, bro.
Yes,
Am I
yes.
wrong?
I think, for me, I can understand where you're coming from. So Ty is technically JV. So what they'll do, like JV games are on Tuesdays and then varsity games are on Fridays. But I didn't like that Ty he wasn't playing JV because they wanted him to play V. I'm like, let him do both. Let him figure out, because what was happening is, he started to get mad, like, Mom, I'm not getting playing time because, you got the seniors that are playing. And I got to tell Ty, you just got here. Like, hone your craft. You have until you're in the 12th grade, but he already has people looking at him because of how I think he's amazing, and he's very versatile. He does basketball, track, and football. But you know, like I want him to enjoy it. I don't want it to become a job, and I think that's why I get so caught up with the bleachers and the players sometimes. And I'll say that the coaches. So kinship. I told me and his dad used to always talk. If we coach his team, you ain't better than the next player. You're going to have to bring your talents and skills. But we have a lot of that depending on where you are with the coach's kids or if that is a family member, they typically get more playing time than somebody else. And knowing, like you said, they're not as good.
Look what Faith said. I kind of like what she said.
I had that kid. Let me enjoy watching him learn conflict resolution, consistency, resiliency, teamwork, especially because he has what?
Heart.
Oh, heart. I didn't see the emoji down there.
Man. Take your glasses off.
I didn't see the emoji, man.
He acting his age now. He said that hard. He know we love him.
Man, we gonna throw some emojis. Somebody just type in all emojis that make a sense, man.
Look, I want you to just get my promotion slide. Lord, I keep calling it promotion. It is my promotion to veteran. So, yeah, my promotion to veteran. I'm gonna have to have that.
Yeah.
Stuff out of love. Don't do her like that.
Thank you. So.
I forgot the coaching thing. So check this out, Jess. How old was Devontae? Was he 7?
Man, his first is Pooh, man. The great Pooh. He was 7, 8 years old, man.
Okay, 7, 8 years old. This man had me go to the game. So I go to show support, right? That's what I do. This man has posters. I'll talk about this before posters was like a big thing. If fat heads was a thing, he would have had a fat head. But he had the little poster, and then every time he made a basket, my son's gonna make me rich. We're gonna be rich. And this is this like a little youth center, maybe a little small arena. So the bleachers probably went up 7, 8 rows. That was it. And it's only one side. So like the whole freaking stadium can hear him. It's so embarrassing. And all these other kids are just trying to enjoy the game. Nobody can enjoy the game. No fans can enjoy their kids because it's like his kid is the only one there. So I think there's an age difference. When you're 7, 8 years old, just be happy that your kid out there learning some different skills. But
bro, you don't lie, bro. I was running up and down that court.
Oh
man.
my God.
They hated me.
My God. So embarrassing. And usually I'm hype at games. I'm really hype at games, but I had to tone down to kind of equal things out. I couldn't do it. Look, yeah. Dana remember.
Yo, I had Dana remember. Yo, Dana was doing interview. Dana was holding the camera.
He's doing interviews. Just during the game.
I said, yo, the Wizards is going to win tonight. Who's going to get 18 points, 3 boards, 4 assists? We're going to win, baby. Oh, he made it a shot. We won. We're going to win. We're going to be rich.
Embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. And he's just talking about how rich he's going to be. And basically how everybody else's parent going to be broke. Because it's going to be rich. It's so embarrassing. But I think, so I remember like in junior high and, especially high school was when it really got competitive. And in that competition, I actually think the bleachers kind of toned down, and on the court there was a lot more competition. But it seems like with younger kids, like 7, 8, 9 years old, where it's supposed to be fun, that's where it's a lot more competitiveness, where there really should be. Like everybody wants to win. We'll just be honest. Everybody wants to win. Everybody wants their team to go undefeated. That's all a thing. And everybody wants to see everybody do well. But like Dion said, sometimes you just run into a team that's just going to beat you. And it should be okay. Like sometimes you're just gonna have a bad game. But I mean,
I remember playing basketball. Well, now we're talking about basketball, but I just enjoy, the goal. We were trying to always make it to state, and I'll never forget. I think I was in the 9th grade, but just playing on a team with my cousins. We were from a small school, Sunshine High School. They've closed it now, but to know like we would pack that entire building where people would come, like. the referees had to push people because they were like, blocking the court. But those are the things that I enjoy. Even just going to the Tyndall gym, I'll see females and we'll start talking because we want a team. If I have nothing else before I retire, I would like to play on a base team.
Really?
Yeah, you have a good week too, Faith.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
You know what? Base team used to be fun. I don't think well, maybe I'm just older now, not playing on the base team, but it used to be fun. But things were paid for, everything, travel was paid for. Now you got to pay for everything. Everything.
It depends on the budget of that installation.
Oh, well, maybe I'm gonna see.
I will say, like playing at Maxwell, I had to stop because I was like, "Yo, y'all bringing people out for the yard, and them folks don't care." Like I'm trying to my retirement. I need that DD14 because, like, when you start playing that aggressive and rough, like I will pop you.
Yeah.
And I ain't talking about slap. Like I will punch you in your nose to get you off of me.
Yeah, you know what? They used to have a women's base team basketball. I don't know if they still do or if it's still there. Maybe some.
Depends on where you're stationed at. Like I played at Holloman. I know we had one in Japan too.
Mm-hmm. I'll say Germany.
I was always pregnant in Japan, but
she said always.
I be hating it running back because it's like they do a double take. They be like, player, oh, you was always pregnant. I was like, damn.
I heard that one before. She said I was always pregnant.
Yo, speaking of sports, like women's sports, are y'all following the big story the other day of the first female to play another position outside of kicker for NCAA football team?
No.
Her name is Haley Von Galson or something like that. But she plays safety in Division III. She got a quarterback hurry yesterday. It was all over the news.
Really? Let me look.
So I'm curious to hear y'all thoughts about that. They've had females play NCAA football, but mostly as kickers.
Right.
But this female played safety. And she actually got a quarterback hurt.
Jess, so I'm gonna leave my comments alone because Jess gonna get on me really bad.
What you gonna say, Pete? Just go on say
it. Is that what you gonna say? Oh man.
Just go on say
I see now.
Jess, and I'm mainly talking to you. I'm trying to be polite.
Just say it, Pete. Oh my goodness.
Haley Von Voorhees. Haley Von Voorhees.
I'm gonna say this. There is no reason a woman should be playing a man's sport, just like there's no reason a man should be playing a woman's sport.
Did you ask Caitlyn Jenner that?
I ain't got nothing to do with Caitlyn Jenner. No,
I'm gonna be honest. I wish, even with some of the stuff that we do, I was talking to my ALS class because I'm their class guest speaker. I said, I just think I'm so tired of, because I'm going into the realm, what I want to do with private sector, diversity, inclusion, equity, accessibility, and I want to add that justice piece to it. Because in the military, we don't talk about the justice part of D&I. So for me, I believe in co-ed stuff. I don't understand why we separate so much now. And I go to, like, just because I'm with a guy and he's my sweet mate, don't mean we're automatically going to be having sex. Like, that's the stuff I don't understand. I think it helps us come together when we learn, like, the divisiveness between that. I'm not saying that there are going to be certain times that a man can do things that I cannot do wholeheartedly. But when stuff hits the fan and we really need each other, my sex shouldn't matter. Like,
true.
You could be 250 pounds. I probably can't drag you by the back of your neck with that shirt, and I'm gonna pull you along. But that's the stuff that I'm talking about. Like, even with sports, like, why you won't have mixed teams? I'll play on this Tyndall base team. They had a game yesterday morning, but I'm just like, I didn't see the advertisement. But when you get to certain installations, sometimes you have these groups of people, they just mesh well, and they call themselves the varsity team. And I'm just like, half of the time, half of y'all ain't never played nothing but street ball. You've never played organized ball. So, like, I'm like, come on now.
That's standards. That's what I was about to say.
I'm gonna be
Miguel, don't be scared, man. Get on here, Miguel. Don't be scared, Miguel.
Yep,
come on.
My
Yo,
thing is with the PT standards, again, I feel I get it. We always talk about the airmen of 2030, but I'm gonna need to worry about these airmen of 2024. And it's just big A airmen. I'm like, yes, we're doing the body composition, but you still have people that are struggling just doing the wrap bands with Preparation H or Vicks World, whatever it is. But what are we truly doing to help our people develop healthy habits? I had to put my own self. I went to a local place here, and it's like, hey, teach me how to eat, teach me how to work out. I'm not a huge snacker, but this place in the last 3 weeks has taught me so much to where I'm ashamed to say it, but I was a little fluffy. But now I'm able to say, like, yo, lighter. I know what to look for, and I don't run. I'm with you. I feel like long as we work out, it does not matter the standard, but we got to look at big picture. It is about money. If the government could come back and say that, you know what, you were obese, so by the time we make it to your VA claim after you've served 20 years, that ain't our problem. That's your problem. That's why all these tools are in place when we talk about PT. For example, that BMI, I'm sorry, but that BMI is way out of date. Like, there's no way in hell I'm going into the doctor to weigh 112 pounds. If the wind blow, I'm going to blow with it. Like, that's just not So again, like, what are we doing from, and that's American societal standards, but you're using things that is not even applicable to us right now. I feel like a job application, if you can lift over 40 pounds, you can run, I don't even care what your pace is. Can you keep up a good, like, 30 minutes? And I say that because, you know, it takes about 10 to 15 minutes to actually get your blood flowing and stuff good. Run 30 minutes, lift more than 40 pounds. I don't care. But see, it's tied back to standards. Like, people want to be able to say, you didn't do this, we're not going to give you this. So, like, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. When you look at it from the veteran's perspective, men typically walk away with sleep apnea. Why? Women always walk away from digestive issues. But what are we doing to help it? Remember, we used to have the Hawks. We no longer have Hawks, do we?
I remember that.
So think about it. The more you take away, the more the onus comes on us.
That's true. Look what I think his name Antoine.
Yeah, I know that dude. What's up, shout out Antoine? Military showed me that easily women could get out of trouble or punishment because they were pretty, or I can't see it off.
Could flirt well.
Or could flirt well.
Brown, what?
Oh man! Oh shoot! All right, let me get out of this one. Take me out. Get him.
Because you gotta think about it. Like, that was, you could have said some, not all. When you said women, that's like a whole generalized statement. So, like, I look at it like this: you have the strong and you have the weak. I don't care what gender, what race. Your mentality is built off of that. Some people use that stuff to their advantage. I know guys that are attractive and have gotten things that I know they were not equipped to prepare them for their next role, or because they showed a little grace to somebody else. But as a woman, I just can't say, like, all women have been subjected to that. Like, getting out of trouble, I wish that was, I mean, like, my granddaddy tell me I'm cute. But shit, I never got out of no damn paperwork.
No, I mean, okay. Going back. I never want to see a woman in UFC fighting a man. I never want to see it. That should not be allowed, right? There should be no way.
The weight class, though, the weight class.
So even if you have a 115-pound man and a 115-pound woman, I never want. Yeah. He said I ain't gonna call up. He said I was not gonna allow. Just say I see it happen.
Woman, I have seen it happen too. I have seen where your tears have allowed you to get certain things, and my disposition, the way I grew up, it's like, I wish you would cry in public. Like, I'll whoop your ass. So I know for me, yes, I'm an older woman, but you'll never catch me crying out in public unless it's like a funeral and I can't contain that. But to cry over stuff that's going at work, no, sir, I will not.
I mean, so I'm trying to go back, but it keeps going on the same subject. So, like I
Sorry,
said,
Brownhead got me off.
yeah,
you know.
yeah, you good. I just don't see the reason why a woman should compete in a man's sport or a man should compete in a woman's sport at all, unless like tennis and is co-ed or something like that. But a sport would involve some kind of physical restraint against one or the other person. Some physically trying to move somebody, physically trying to do something to somebody. Like there should be, like I think Dave Chappelle made the joke about LeBron going to the WNBA. Like, I mean, it's funny, but the reality is, who wants to see that? He would average 600 points a game.
But you don't know that. You don't remember.
Wait. There is no way. The WNBA standard for a center is like 6'9", 6'10", right? And that's like, well, I should say like 6'7", 6'8". That's LeBron's height as a small forward. He's just gonna run through everybody. Now, will he really sit there? And the 3-point line is closer. The ball is smaller, and the people. I just don't know how to say, like, not everybody.
Well, that's the other thing. Some women play with the men's ball, so I don't understand. Like, what's the problem with the ball? I mean, it's a few pounds difference. Hey, I'm with Nikki. On one. But you know what?
Cook whole humans for 10 months.
Looking for a foul. You know how he be flailing.
Look,
car dealership, them hands be everywhere.
Look. I'm not saying y'all can't. I just don't want to see it. Maybe it's the way I am. I don't want to see, like, I would say I'm a professional fighter, and then be like, you know what, Pete, you fighting Monica something. I'm not gonna get up for it. There's nothing I don't want to beat on a woman at all, ever in my life. So I don't want to see it. I don't want to be around it. Now, if a woman wants to play in the NFL, fine, do your thing because of the money. Because there's no, no league for women. I'm all for that. But there's a WNBA for a reason, and there's an NBA for a reason. Just like you could take any sport. Let's go track and field, right? The women do not compete against the men in the 100-yard dash.
But what about transgenders? So
that's a whole nother subject.
So again, biologically, the only reason I'm saying is because Campbell just put it in there. So think about biological impact, but there's still hormonal treatments, or you got estrogen and testosterone that people take. You don't think those would be utilized?
If it's illegal for a man to do, it should be illegal for a woman to do.
Well,
so if a man can't take testosterone,
right now it's legal in certain states, but I'm just thinking about the advancements.
I don't think that's an advancement. Like, it would be so. I don't know the thrill I would have. I mean, there was a woman, I think her name was Fox. She was a transgender man, and she went into, I think, boxing or UFC and fought a bunch of women, like biologically born women. She got beat. She got the shit beat out because she wasn't good. She was not good at all. But it was just a man fighting a woman. And that 180 pounds on a man looks a whole lot different than 180 pounds on a woman.
Right.
And so the way that we can build the muscles and everything like that, that's not going to change. So it just doesn't do anything for me. I never think we should have it. And I don't understand. I wouldn't. And Jess, you're going to talk me off the ledge on this one. I don't understand why women want to do men things as far as physical athletes things. Now,
so you want to think about it, it's not that women. So don't say man things. It's not that women want to do man things, but you got to think about it. Like, some of us come from families where we were taught to be tough and rough. So sometimes that stuff, I'm not going to say it takes away from our level of femininity, but at the same time, it's like, I am at heart a tomboy. So I enjoy like the roughness. I used to play flag football when I was in Korea as an airman. You got to think about how we were raised. So we don't look at it like it's man things.
I'm good with that as for fun, but not as your profession. Not as a professional athlete.
Problem with it. If my thing is, it's just like some of us going to these comeback courses that were specifically designed for men. Like I love to see it because I'm just like, hey, it's a challenge, and that's how some of us look at it. Like we look at it, hey, let me see. Just I tell people, and I was telling my significant other, it's Sunday, so I'm only going to say this Bible quote, but I think it's like John chapter 1, but it's verses 2 and 5. But then when you look at the word in the verse 5, it says, do it. I had a speaker. She said Nike has been plagiarizing the Bible for years because all they did was add it just in front of it. So you got to think about it. In my mind, I picture a lot of people, they just want to do it. They just want to say that they were able to do it. But we're still in a culture where everything is first. That's the thing that blows my mind.
I hate that. I hate
why are we still celebrating first after all this time? And then when you say it, you know, some people get mad, but I'm just like, it's a double-edged sword because are we tired of seeing it? Yes, because we should have already been there on certain things. But it's like, how long are you going to celebrate this? Instead of like make it action.
Philly, what you think? Because you're quiet on this.
I'm
pose the question.
Double Dutch. I'm waiting, you know. Yo, that was a pretty interesting exchange. Back and forth. I will tell you, I guess my only issue is I don't have an issue with females playing men's sports. I just think it can't be a double standard. Like case in point, if a female gets out there, she's playing safety, she gets hit by a 6'6", 350-pound dude. You can't say how dare you. You know she's a woman. Like they know
exactly what happened. Exactly what happened.
But can I finish?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You let me know. You know when you double dutch, you're supposed to keep turning to somebody, hit the rope. You know what I mean? I'm still jumping. Anyway, I digress. I go all day. Anyway, so as long as they understand behind it, I have no issue with it. But I will be honest. The only thing I do have it's got to be either or. Like I feel like to Jessica's point earlier when she said transgender, right? I think when you make the total transformation over, then to me, you have a right to be able to participate in that sport. I think whether you're transgender or not, if you're female, male, whatever, you should be able to get in that sport. I think it was former President Trump made a comment about some man who was transgender broke some weightlifting record that was good for like years. They said it was a travesty, and he's trying to get him to stop playing. The way I look at it is, man, it's like there's rules for a reason. If that individual met all the rules in order to participate, then let them participate. No different than LeBron James being in the WNBA. If the players are like, this is no fair, this dude's 6'9", 250 pounds, we can't stop him. I've seen a lot of female ball players that would kick the living snot of LeBron. I really do. And you think about physical pros, you look at some of these players, there's some female players out there, and back to your UFC point, I've seen some females that would kick the living snot out of a man. So I'll put it this way. If LeBron played for the WNBA, they would find some way to slow him down. Or they would alter the rules slightly bit in order for him to be able to play and compete in the WNBA. It's no different than Shaq, right? When Shaq went in, they couldn't stop Shaq. Then they modified some rules where Shaq could be a little bit more palatable when it comes to other teams and stuff. So I'm not against it at all.
Wow. I don't even know what to say to that.
Yeah, I mean, that's just like wrestling. You know what I'm saying? You got female wrestlers. You know what I'm saying? They got female wrestlers. So
that's pretend. That's
like female MC. Look, I think the day when we separate things is over. I think them days are coming to an end.
Me too.
Now, I do have something against, I don't think a man should go in a female bathroom. That's just my opinion.
Okay.
Well, I don't think so. I think that should be considered. Everybody should be having their opportunity for privacy when it comes to that. But when it comes to like sports, any type of profession, I've seen females get up there and build houses better. Shit, I can't build a house, but I know a couple of females that can put up some wood, some screws, and they can build a phenomenal house. I don't know how to do that stuff. Shoot. My old commander, Tara Opolowski, shout out to her. I know she would kick my ass, man. She's tough. She's tough son of a bee, man. I'm telling you. So I'm not against it. I'm not against it.
I get you. I'm not saying it's impossible. That's not what I'm saying. Right? I'm not saying a female can't run faster than a man. I'm not saying that. I'm saying when on a professional level, Olympic level, there's a reason why the fastest 100-yard dash for a female and the fastest 100-yard dash for a man is completely different as far as the time. I think the women is like right at 10, and the men are almost sub 9.98, sub 9.7, something like that. So we're talking about 30 tenths of a second. It's not huge difference.
Only like certain sports.
Yeah, so yeah, only certain sports, right? If you want to play tennis, do your thing. Like, I mean, Serena Williams want to go play in the men's tennis league because they make more money. Do your thing. Look at golf. Even golf, the women's tees are closer than the men's tees. So if you want to play,
I don't get it.
Wait. Here's what I'm saying. I'm using Tiger Woods, but Rory McIlroy, whoever in their prime right now, go to the women's league. I'm not saying they're going to win every single tournament, but I'm saying they have an advantage. And the whole thing about sports is they want things as equally as possible behind your hard work and your God-given ability. Everything else.
Say male's gymnast team look like? Because I'm just saying, like, do you
So
think
gymnastics is different because gymnastics, they compete in different things. So like a man on uneven bars is not gonna look like a woman on rings. Yeah. Right? Men on rings, they are supposed to, show their strength and everything like that. Women can flip and do all this other stuff a lot more gracefully than men. So they compete in different things, and that's fine. That's why 2 different sports. But I just don't.
Don't fight me for this one. This comment that I'm about to say. Okay. You know, when females some of us, it's so much easier for us to think second and third order so quickly than males sometimes. The thinking is what sometimes sets us apart in my eyes.
I agree that, yes, I do agree with that.
Just even playing, flag football, but just flag football playing with guys. Guys are automatically so protective of females playing on the field instead of just like, I'm just trying to make sure my flag don't get taken. Don't worry about me. So it's like for us, that's what I mean. Like the thinking when we're all playing together is also different.
100%. And even when when I was playing flag football, there's a female on our team. Shout out to Lieutenant Jones. She was really, really good. Really, really good. And she played on the line. And she was actually really good. Small, fast as hell. Could really get off and was good at pulling flags. Some really good hand-eye coordination.
Yep.
But we're not putting her out there as wide receiver, which is fine. She played her position. She did it well, which is fine. What I'm saying is she could never be in the NFL. You couldn't be playing D-line in the NFL.
Oh, man. I don't know.
You couldn't. It's impossible.
I'll be quiet. I'm listening.
It's just I'm not saying no women could. It's just what you are trying to break down. It's almost like you are doing it for the less than 1% who could do it. So if you want to be the first and just say you could do it because you have those genetics and you're that type of person, fine, do your thing. But no, and back to what Philly's saying, or Philly's point, I can't be like, I can never make it in the NBA. So what I'll do is go to the WNBA. I might be the worst player on the WNBA, but I'm in the NBA. People look at me like, who cares? But if a female does it, and she might be the worst NFL safety, but she's in the NFL, it'd be rejoice. It'd be, oh, look at this.
I don't agree with that, man.
Look at what Matt Morris said.
The protection of women is some of our men upbringing. That's true. I mean, to Jeff's point, I mean, that's just like special forces, like pararescue, SEER. They wouldn't let women get involved in that, and now they are. And you have some women recruits that had to go through the same type of standards that the men had to go through, and they exceeded those. So the way I look at it is, if a woman wants to go in the NFL and she's good enough, and the coach wants to take a chance at her and put her at safety, then put her at safety. The only thing I ask is, if she gets hit, we can't blame the person that hit her because he's a man. You know what I'm saying? She knows
Everybody
the
will.
risk. The coach knows the risk. But the way I look at it is, if they're good enough, let them play.
Yeah.
Let them play. Now, to your point, as far as the track stuff, I mean, like, are you trying to say that a female track star could not beat a male track star because
I'm not saying that isn't-
genetics?
I'm not saying the rest of the whole world's population is impossible, but what I will say is it's never happened. The fastest man has never been beat by the fastest woman. Now, they've never raced side by side, but I'm just going straight times. I'm just going straight times.
But you got to think about it. You play off of what you're around. So, like those.
No, Jess, I can't give you that one. Are you saying they're dumbing down to their competition?
I ain't saying they dumbing down to their competition, but when I know what I'm working with, all I know is I got to be a little bit better than what I'm working with. If those women were able to train with those men, they were able to gauge where they needed to be. That's how we are when we play sports. I look at my competition. I just make sure I'm a little bit better than my competition to win that race. As far as a male, when you haven't put me in, I'm not able to gauge where my bandwidth is with that male. But I think if you give a woman an opportunity in track and field to gauge what her bandwidth is, I think it's achievable.
If the standards are higher, women are raised. I guess we'll never find out. And my mentality behind this, there's what is the point for the man to do it, other than just to be like, I'll do it. I mean, because the man beats a woman, be like, everybody knew you was gonna do that. It's just like Oregon and Colorado. Well, Oregon beat Colorado 42-0. And they like everybody said, oh man, you should have took it easy on them. Everybody knew they was gonna beat them. Well, I mean, if you really knew college football, everybody knew they were gonna beat them. So it's not like they were like, well, we'll just beat them by 21 because everybody knows that we're gonna beat them. No, they're gonna try to beat the hell out of them. They're gonna try to beat them up as much as possible.
Like what the guy said, what the coach of Oregon has said. Like he was trying to position his people a little bit different. And I think, again, people don't understand. Deion just cares that his people have the opportunity to play on this level. I like that's the piece that, think about it, you would have never heard some of those players' names. Because again, how they're broadcast, those HBCUs don't receive the same level of, showcase as other teams in their division. They just don't.
Hey, can I jump in real quick? Hey, so Miguel, we saw your joint, man. Give us a second. We'll get you on. Just real quick, when he sends you the link, just copy it, put it in your Chrome, and then do it that way. That'd be the easier way. But look forward to hearing your thoughts.
Yeah, you can't
don't use Safari, not Safari. It's just Safari.
So we only have Safari got down on Chrome.
That was well, I guess I'll wait for Miguel to jump in. But before he does that, I just want to throw in a real quick thing before we get late in time. So did you guys catch, there was a guy who was on the Breakfast Club. He was a doctor. He's from a traditionally HBCU. But he has some
waiting for your internet.
What? You can't, my internet?
You back now. Man, you really do sound like a great uncle. Man. You sound like you got great uncle internet with that shit. I'm sorry, Jeff. Go ahead. We can hear you now.
You let me know when you're ready. We've been ready. We were listening. We were tentatively listening to what you were saying. And it sounded like I can't tell on my end, you dirtbag. Anyway, as I was saying, if I can finish my intelligent thought while I was interrupted by your rude and obnoxious comments, you let me know when you're ready.
We'll call
unpause. As I was saying,
Mobile real quick.
As I was saying,
see if they can put
there was a doctor that had an issue with Deion for leaving Jackson State. He felt like he pimped the HBCUs. He lost out an opportunity to give more attention to the HBCUs. He was only there just so he can get over to the NCAA. Just curious to hear your thoughts.
Hold on, pause on that.
Not Pete, because you don't have no thoughts. So
pause on that. So Miguel, we're gonna bring you to the building. right? So here's the rules. You come and say whatever you want to say, and then you get the hell out. That's it. All right, so we'll bring him into the building. Miguel, welcome to the corner, man. Welcome to the corner. The longest goddamn applause I ever heard in my life. This ain't Beyonce.
Oh, shut up and let the dude talk, man.
Dang.
What's up? What's up, Miguel? What's going on with you, man?
I'm good, man. Sitting here chilling. I'm loving it because the Deadskins lost, so I'm happy.
He got
Oh, I'm gonna get to that in a minute.
I'm happy. So I hope some fans are watching right now as they heard what I said, and I'm enjoying that
I'm
loss.
gonna get to that.
I mean,
So, Miguel, let's hear your thoughts about what we were talking about, man. Let me hear what your thoughts were.
About the females in the sports, right?
Yes, sir.
In general. I understand your point of view. What you're saying is, if a female is good enough to be able to get into the NFL, then allow them to play, right? So I totally understand that. But I guess the question is, or what we have to look at is from the amount of years that the NFL existed, has a female ever been that good? Right? I mean, when we look past everything, the equality and everything, of course, we are built different. Just like a female can have kids, we can't. Men can't.
not yet.
Right? Our bodies are not built for it. Right? At all. And would I be able to go through that? Heck no. I saw my wife give birth twice. I don't want no parts of it. Right? That is, you got that, right?
Shout out to the queen.
From our muscles to the fiber of our muscles, the way our muscles carry oxygen, we gotta break it down to a science level. So when you say track and field, that's a perfect example, right? You got to look at the time frames from the slowest man in 100 meters. It's still running faster than the fastest woman in 100 meters. Why is that? They both got track coaches. They both are training. I'm not saying that the women aren't training as hard as the men. They are training as hard as the men as well, too. But it's just our muscles, our bodies are built differently.
I know, but I wanted to know, like, if given the opportunity, put them together, like let them train together, let them do a race together to see what her bandwidth would be and his bandwidth would be.
Still, the men would still excel in that because you can't change the muscles. You can't change. You gotta remember, you're breaking down the physiological part of the body.
Yes.
Right, and once again, we naturally as men, right now. Chemically, if you induce things, then maybe that's the difference, right? But once again, we're not allowed to take testosterone boosters.
Yeah.
But we naturally make testosterone. We make more testosterone than women, right? And that's for a reason.
Right.
Now, we can even go as far as that one track runner, the female from Africa.
I remember her.
And you remember she got her time stripped because naturally her body produced more testosterone than the rest of the women on the field. So they say that gave her an added advantage in her run times. So,
but that was something like outside of her control.
Oh, absolutely. And I think I don't think she should have been penalized for that.
Yeah.
But however, you still compare her run times, it was still slower. It was still slower than the slowest male in that event.
Yeah.
And she naturally was making more testosterone than women. So I think, maybe evolution is evolution. Maybe if years and years and years down the line, it's a possibility, maybe. But as of right now, I can't see it happen unless that a female is chemically taking things to enhance her body to be able to go at the same level as a male. And once again, I'm not saying that in terms of saying men are more superior than women. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying it's a given fact. That's the reason why we have two separate sports. We have a female event, a male event.
Campbell, I'm not the female version of Candace Samuels. I would never come against you like that.
So are you against it if a female is good enough playing in the NFL?
I'm not against it. If she could go out there and she could hold her own, so be it. But we have to understand. Every male who's ever played football understands the levels that you go through. Every high school player that when they go to college would say their first college hit is different.
It is.
They get flat laid out. Their bodies have to get accustomed to it. Then when they get to the NFL, that's a whole nother level, right? Where we talk about these guys sometimes are playing with broken bones, right? You know what I mean? You're taking as a average offensive lineman is what, at least 320, 295, right? And that size, they're still running the 40 in like a 5'2". You know,
Maybe 6'7", but yeah.
Yeah, we got to look at the makeup between the male and the female. Like you said, a 300-pound male, it looks totally different than a 300-pound female.
Right. Just carry the weight different.
We carry the weight differently. We move differently. Males have more muscle to be able to carry that weight.
But I think you got to take into, like, I'm fun size. I ain't gonna even act like I'm talking to a lot of people. I follow this one lady, like, I think she gave birth to twins, and she shows like how she sets her weight differently. And with her being over 200 pounds, but again, she's taller, it looks really good. So again, I just think I'm gonna always be a believer. Like, look, I don't care, male or female, get out there and just do it.
Yeah.
Just try it.
Yeah.
Like I just saw somebody
think,
a comment. Somebody said males have been taught to be done. I don't look at males as the dominant gender, and the reason why I don't is because we don't exist without women. Women birth us. Right? So I don't think one. Yeah, I don't think one gender.
Female right now, so I must say this. I'm glad you said that, and you know why they say that we come from y'all rib is because y'all are supposed to protect us.
That's right.
He ain't make us from y'all head because, oh my God, complicated. Like, shit.
Hey, but you know,
underneath y'all feet because y'all ain't supposed to walk over us and we supposed to walk over you. But at the same time, you supposed to protect me.
Yeah.
I was going to say something, but I'll leave that for another show because I would tell you.
Don't make me go.
Hey, Miguel,
that comment right there is huge. Anyway, good looking
out here, man.
All right.
Yeah, appreciate you coming, bro. Anytime, man. Anytime we have the corner, come on in.
Where's Matt Morris? Give Matt that link so he can come over here.
Matt got it. Matt Morris got it. He got it. What are you about to say, Philly?
No, I was going. Well, how much time we got? Because I wanted to make sure I announce what the duck winner was, and comment on a couple of stuff that's going on real quick. Because I tell you, there's a lot of stuff. What Jess said opens up a can of worms for something else that just came to my mind. Because when you said, like, yeah, the part about women come from our rib, right? We're supposed to protect the woman.
That's right.
I tell you, there's a lot of people out there that feel like those times have changed. Like here's the point. I was always taught, open the door for a lady, right? Mm-hmm. My lady's going to walk on the inside when we're walking down the street to protect her or whatever. There's some folks out there believe those days are gone. Like, I don't need a man to protect me, you know, I take care of myself or whatever. So that opens up another can of worms. I'll leave that for another show because that would be pretty interesting to talk about that one.
So we can name it like independence versus interdependence because I think
that's beautiful.
Session to have.
Because I think Jess, you're a good example of it, right? You strong, independent, intelligent. You know, get your stuff, you know, you handle your business, but at the same time, you know, you and your boyfriend and stuff, y'all have a good relationship where you have a good balance of the stuff that you let your boyfriend do for you, like protection, provide, whatever. At the same time, you're your own person. Where there's some folks out there that believe like those days are gone. Like, hey, girl, you got to make sure you take care of yourself. Don't trust no men out there. You know what I'm saying? Women power. Like, I think those things still exist that I think a man should be able to do. Anyway, my thought.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a good show. We'll have to have.
Yeah.
We will, and then we can take, have a panel. He said he tried to link. I was late to the corner.
Look, I'm tired people say they try to link it, it's not working. Because the link work, man. We just have proof the link work.
You put it in Google Chrome.
Yeah. Put it in Google Chrome, man. We can bring you on here as the last guest, man. I'll put it right back in here again.
Yeah, we'll hold on a little bit so you get on, because I know he's been trying to get on for a while. So while he's doing that, so real quick, as I was saying on my Facebook page, man, what the duck winner? goes out to the friggin' Arizona Cardinals,
I
man.
didn't get to
Like,
vote.
bruh, huh?
Go
You
ahead. I
don't
didn't
vote, bro. I just tell people to comment who I think I'm going to pick, and it's the Arizona Cardinals. You fall back, partner. As I was saying, the Arizona Cardinals get the What the Duck Award because they was up by like 20 points, and they let the New York football trash Giants come back and beat them in spectacular manner, man. It was ridiculous. So, yes, the Arizona Cardinals get the What the Duck Award.
Jess, what you
Wasn't
What's
say?
that?
Giants got dogged out?
The
Last
Giants?
week?
No,
No, that's the first week. That was the first week.
that was the first week when they got blasted by the Cowgirls. And so, hey, spoiler alert,
It was
it looked
raining.
like the freaking, I was going to say the Commanders, they only got 3 points. Thank you, Devin. I was going to mention that. The freaking Miami Dolphins put up 70 points, bro. Is this bad football? What the duck? You Broncos fans out there, Jason Hallman specifically,
Do you not
y'all
see
ought to go high
what-
under a rock.
Are we
Right.
not going to talk about that tour?
Bruh, Broncos,
Exactly.
y'all need to high under a rock, bro. Broncos are like a high school football team right now, bro. 70 points, 70 burgers. What the
70
duck,
burger.
man?
70 burger.
70
yeah.
burger.
Yeah.
What the duck? And
I can get it.
put out a little bit for the Commanders, man. Like their 2-0 season is over. They got blasted by the Bills. At least they didn't get an Easter egg. So anyway.
Oh, we got him in the building. It worked. So, ladies and gentlemen, next guest on the corner, real quick at the end, Mr. Hold on. There we go, Matt Morris, man. What's going on, man? How you doing?
What's going on? Number one hater.
Yes, finally.
Number one hater of Philly. I'm starting off.
Is that an FSS repping shirt you got on?
Nah, I guess this is one of them 1,000-pound club shirt.
Appreciate
Oh.
it for FSS.
Oh, please hold on. Put that back up there. Put that back up there.
Hold on.
Y'all put some respect on the what?
Hey,
Commanders or
Commanders.
something?
Yeah.
He said
Jamie,
American
look.
shit.
Jamie, look. I'm sorry. Hey, thank you for listening. God bless you, but please, man, just go crawl
America's-
under a rock somewhere, bro. Y'all got almost an Easter egg. But
Don't
anyway,
like that.
Matt Morris, what's up, bro?
Not much. I do want to start off by saying, hey, Chief Philly, I don't like your hat, your glasses, the V-neck you got on. I ain't with the chain. I don't like your headphones.
Dang,
Hey,
you
color
know
on the
what,
wall.
man?
Color on the wall.
Are you roasting me? You know,
Yeah.
what I'm turning into?
I'm just messing with you. How y'all doing?
Good. How you doing?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, good. You called me out. You said Matt Morris jump in. What? I don't want no smoke.
Because
Just be.
when you said Dr.
Hey,
Dr.
so
Umar Johnson.
that's who we. But all
I
seriously, that's who he was talking about. I don't know if he recognized that. That was Dr. Umar Johnson. That said,
Yeah, that's who it was. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
that
know
said.
he's cool too.
Say that again.
Dr. Umar.
He did. He does. He. Hey, either you like him or you
Oh, that
don't.
was a shot against me. I missed that, man. Damn.
God, dog, you late to the park. We
Anyway.
going 65 in this lane, man.
Matt,
Speed it
what do you
up.
think about that? Do you agree with Dr. Umar with his comments about Dion?
Kind of. So I don't want to say fully agreed. I think that what he was trying to get after is talking about that somebody has to take the mantle, or somebody must step up and say that we recognize that there's a problem and we need to do something about it. I think that's what he was overall trying to say. Is can you lean that, or can you put that directly on Deion Sanders' shoulders? No, I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair for him alone to have to stand on there. However, the double-edged sword is that people complain and say that things are unfair, that people are being mistreated, or HBCUs aren't getting the attention that they're supposed to. And on that same token, we're unwilling to do anything. So he jumped in the situation. He got the popularity. He brought, people into the conversation, and then he left. So I think that is where I kind of understand what is it that he was saying. I don't agree to putting it on one person.
So I'm
But
not gonna lie to you.
Right.
I agree with you with the HBCU, but this is my problem. So being that my family members teach at HBCUs, my daughter is currently going through an HBCU, I always question all the alumni or alumni that go through those schools. So yes, he brought the popularity there, but I'm just like, where is y'all money with making sure they have the right program? Because you know these donors are very important. Tuscaloosa used to look like a wreck. And now, you know, over the years, they have developed so much. So when I think about that, it's just the ownership of, you know, who are we to question him because he left? I'm like, he wasn't going to stay there forever. But I just don't understand, like, why the people that graduate from these HBCUs don't give back. But CNN had a really good article on Deion yesterday when, what did they say? They said that his audacious Blackness makes him the hero African American need right now. And I enjoyed that article because it is. I think sometimes, like you said, why is the weight placed on that one person?
Well, so in our community, I think that we have a history of always leaning on that hero. People are looking on that hero, and I'm going back to Martin Luther King. I'm going back to. I'm not saying Deion. Hold on, let me say. I ain't saying Deion Martin. I ain't saying Deion Harriet Tubman or Nat Turner or James Baldwin. I ain't saying any of those individuals. I'm saying that we as people have always gravitated to anyone willing to step out of there. But that's a cross to bear. If you jump out there, because I love our people, but we all know is that as we even saw with Deion losing yesterday, you saw so many people that when he was winning, it's going, hey, we were all, I'm talking about, I seen people that were Colorado fans. I got a homeboy, I ain't gonna mention his name because he probably on here too. He had him a Sanders jersey. I said, you ain't never been to Colorado, don't know nothing about Denver, ain't never seen anything. However, you saw it quickly that once he lost, that the sentiments of others coming out by saying that, hey, it was just a matter of time. If he lose again, and you'll see that train continue down that path. And I think that is what he's a part of. He's a part of that heroism that we have cultivated, at least amongst the African American culture.
But you know what? The reason why I brought up Malcolm X to you, because again, like I was talking to my kids of how we, like you said, we're always looking for that one person of hope to push us forward as a culture. But I said the thing that I needed them to understand is just because MLK said nonviolence, that's his slogan, that was his motto. But then, Malcolm X stated by any means necessary. By any means necessary, like I told my kids, does not mean he was going to pop lock somebody. It was, can we have a sit down? Can we have an email? Not that they had email back in the day. Can I write a letter? That is what I felt he meant when he said by any means necessary. But it's like certain figures in our culture, I just don't believe, like, it's like a highway. Everybody can dominate their lane and we attack the problem at the same time. I just do not agree with that culture when they be like, well, this is the person that represents us right now. Like, no.
Well, so I would say then I will ask, who represents us then? Is because we're being represented regardless, irregardless, my opinion. We're going to be represented in that college stage. I just asked someone, some of my real close friends the other day, being I still call myself, a young African-American male, being in there, find out political wise, and not to go into politics, but who represents us, and that is where it's supposed to be voting. But a lot of times those that are supposed to be representing us often do not look like or come from that same culture. So the dynamic of us being able to progress always seems like we need a person, right? We need something else, instead of what I asked Chief last time, and privately in the comments, is that I love the conversation that's going on, but the further I'm asking, what is it that can we come up with like solution based? So solution based don't mean that I think that anybody on that panel has the answer, but bringing people into the conversation that can expose things that about doing something, just like you just said, just do it. Like, do something. Like, when there's a situation, how is me as a listener, what can I do? What are those practical things that I can do to, further whatever that conversation is, especially around myself, especially around, our military or Air Force or in life in general. As we bring up those problems, I also would like to, explore some of those solutions.
You know what I thought about? And that's why I wanted to talk to you too, because I think the conversation, again, is so robust and is needed. When you talked about punishment, I often think, especially when we did the racial disparity, I remember receiving a letter of reprimand as a tech sergeant, and then again, a letter of admonishment as a chief. Both times that I had to utilize the ADC, nobody looked like me. So again, it was always, the standard format is to show remorse, accept responsibility. But in our system, period, there is a privileged line of thinking, whereas you are never able to explore the second and third order effects of something when you've never experienced it. So for me, I'm looking at, hey, why don't we talk about the punishment that our people have received over the years and how it could be unjust? Like, the report showed that it was unjust. But I even thought about that. Like, look at the ADCs. The ADCs does not have a lot of minorities, period, of representation that could show a different response for those people that have gotten in trouble.
Yeah, so I tie in Dion to that. I mean, so as you just say, the ADC, that is why we look to those people as those saviors, as in, if you go to the ADC and you walk into a building and, it is human nature really to gravitate to somebody that either looks like you or somebody that, that you feel that you can connect with. And it doesn't always have to be physical. But I think Dion is a part of that also, is he is in a space and he doesn't fit the traditional corporate mold. Dion got the jersey, Dion have the chain on, Dion got the fitted cap on, Dion got those shades that Philly got on right now. I don't think it's those, but I think it's maybe something like that, but people on this team look at and you can feel the culture that we grew up in a corporate space. And I think that's why so many people gravitate to those, that's why we have like those DEI teams and those different organizations that are out there that we can be a part of. We as in everybody. I am not speaking African American. I'm saying anybody that has a problem. We can be a part of those conversations. And that's why I'm passionate about it. Chief, talk to me off of a few ledges and talk to me on a few ledges too. So but yeah, I definitely appreciate the conversation.
Yeah, appreciate you being on here, man. I really appreciate you coming
man,
on.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
I appreciate
it. All right, man. Let's let you go. Thanks, man.
All right, bro. Easy.
That was good. Good. Jess, I think to your point, not to prolong this, like, it's funny how you say about the ADC. I've been saying that for, it feels like years now, but the whole legal system as a whole looks a certain type of way. Even if you get a civilian lawyer, your chances of getting an African-American are pretty slim, unless you go out and really find one. But it's funny. It's not funny. It's eye-opening that when they did that racial disparity thing about punishment, how most of them were African-Americans. But then, like you said, the ADC, it really is not a lot of African-Americans. Not saying one has to do with the other, but it's just interesting that they're like that. But I also say, I hate to say this, a lot of people in our culture were not looking at being a lawyer when they were going to school, or looking at trying to had somebody to look up to that was lawyers. Like, if you look at whatever your sons and daughters wants to be, is probably somewhere cater around to what you're doing. And so that's usually
I got one going to college to be a blood spatter technician for the FBI. She's doing forensic knowledge, right? I would never.
That's dope. Yeah, but that's usually we find somebody in our space and we like that, but we are only we only get our eyes open to a little bit of our space. Except being a lawyer ain't cool enough. I hear that.
Want to be a lawyer, and sometimes like I think about it like on the outside, but I got
You would be good.
I know I'm still
Yeah,
I feel like
I think so. Yeah.
to this point of our lives, like they said, the world is your oyster. So I want to be able to try, but I would just have to have a problem like being a prosecutor. I don't want to prosecute somebody and then like, boy, they come and hound you down and hunt you down. I just see so many stories, especially in Georgia, where you're just trying to do your job.
Yeah. Man, we were a little. Oh, go ahead.
Came under fire for that too. Remember when she was out there?
Who was that?
Vice President Kamala Harris.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Man, Philly, you kind of quiet, man, but I guess.
But no, this is good. I was going to say real quick before we get off. This is good. This is a good example of. There's a whole bunch of different topics and subtopics that came up out of this short time that we were discussing for some future shows. And I appreciate Matt Morris and Miguel getting on. Kind of gave me some different insightful views or outlooks on both of those topics. So look forward to talking about it again.
Philly, as we go off, that symbol behind you, is that the Kobe symbol right behind you?
No, it's a company that makes like laptop but computer desks.
Yo,
it looks similar to it, don't it?
It do. I'm like, man, who? Wait a minute.
You reminded me of the Aliens. You know that movie?
Yeah, or that. Yeah.
Hey, look, that's the name of the sequel lab.
It looked like the Predator.
Look, this is.
I don't even know why people are excited. Like
that's the Kobe symbol. So I guess it is just a little different. Yeah.
Yeah, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Like,
yeah, I'm about to sue him. Talk about lawyers and stuff like that. I'm about to sue him. Sue. That's with my boy Kobe, R.I.P.
Oh,
yeah, about to call
that's another topic for another day too. Like, I wonder if Kobe would have got as much fanfare, God rest his soul, if he was still alive. Because man, people talk about Kobe like he's just bad. Chief got that at wish.com. You know what, man? God bless you, bro. God bless you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, whatever makes y'all life more enjoyable by throwing shots at me. You know what? Guess what? My future's still bright. Watch this.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right. Okie dokie. All right, man. Good show, man. I appreciate it. But guess we'll end it like that. Yeah, appreciate it.
That's good. Always good to see you, girl.
Yeah, it's really good to have you on.
You, Dale, and Mike, Big Mike.
Yeah. I know Mike working right now, so I know he's doing his work thing right now. But Chief, go ahead and hit us with the final word, and we'll go. Well,
Mike,
I'll start.
Mike, I know you working, man. Make sure you check that blotter, Mike. Make sure you check that blotter, man. A lot of times they don't put the right tickets in there and the right reports, so make sure you check it, bro. Anyway, so
Miguel,
thanks for everybody coming on. Special shout out to Miguel and Matt Morris for getting in on the corner, man. I tell you, these segments are my favorite, not because we on here, but mostly because we get to hear you guys get on and talk about whatever you want to talk about, man. I look forward to the corner.
You see, Nicole gave you a shout out.
She did. I love Nicole, man. That's my air likes right there.
Yeah.
She said, "Oh man, I see my guy here already hit the club." That's right. Hey, that's right.
First of all, Chief ain't been to the club.
My mom, what you eat? I ate the. Ooh.
This tell you how long ago Philly went to the club. Anyway. This tell you how long ago. Why they call you a great uncle right there. This tell you how long it's been. It's been a long time for me too. So I ain't mad at you.
I know because you lighter than me. You want to give me shots. You just mad because you played out. Wesley Snipes did y'all in a long time ago. You know what I'm saying?
I'm still talking about Wesley Snipes. This is how old you are right now.
That's right. Wesley Snipes, baby. He did it for us.
Most of these people watching
anyway, I digress. Hey, thank you for everybody tuning in, man. Love each and every one of y'all. Look forward to seeing y'all next week. Unpopular Celebrities. Love y'all.
Just go ahead. I'm good.
You good? I'm good too. DC did it for us. We appreciate y'all coming to the corner as always, especially when y'all are popping in. Nicole, I know he just be on his stuff every time we get on here, but we really appreciate you
Nicole,
all. Have dialogue. Yeah, Nicole does need to come on. Her and Nick. So I got my 3 if they're available to do the independent and interdependence. I want Nicole, Faith, and Nikki.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah, that would be.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, let's see if we can make that happen. I might sit on the sidelines for that one. That'd be a good one. Just sit on the sidelines and watch.
Nicole, Nikki, and Faith.
Okay. Yeah, let's see if we can make that happen. Appreciate y'all turning in, man. Like Philly said, we'll be here next week. As always, still giving y'all great content. Check out the Facebook page, check out the YouTube page, the Twitch page, check out the Instagram page, check out the website, man. We all over the place. Merch still coming out. Merch still coming out. So we'll get some more out to y'all. We still have a couple more here that we need to send out. So Philly or Jesse, y'all have somebody we need to send to. Let us know. We still have a couple shirts left that we can give out. And then maybe have some more contests to give out some as well.
Hey, can I say one more last thing before we get off real quick?
Why not? Sure. Your world.
All y'all cats that's be listening to us, man, do me a favor. Get on the Facebook page, Instagram page. We usually put out like different content and stuff to ask y'all opinion on stuff. This kind of generates ideas for shows and stuff. So feel free to get in there, drop us a comment or shot at Pete or whatever. You know what I mean? It's good to see y'all comment on it to get the algorithm up. Stuff like
that.
Man, good word. Wow. All right.
Don't act like just because you used to comment last week